Update on why I'm here. The flight got canceled in Chicago. I was actually flying home to see my girls, so I got to stay here a night. So I figure what better thing to do than come and show you what's happening, give you an update. And surprise, surprise, it's worse. There's more people here than there were before. That entire curtain all the way back for... So just to give you guys an update on why I'm here. The flight got canceled in Chicago. I was actually flying home to see my girls, so I got to stay here a night. So I figure what better thing to do than come and show you what's happening, give you an update. And surprise, surprise, it's worse. There's more people here than there were before. That entire curtain all the way back for 100 yards is full, and they're actually coming out to here as well. And every single day, more and more and more busloads. And there are hundreds of locations around the area here that are full. Every single day, they're getting more full. The weather's getting worse, and there's no end in sight, because the Democrats are inviting more of this. What's up, bro? My boy again.
Hey.
Who said?
You get this guy away from her. This is the first guy who put me on the film the first time.
Yep, I put you on the film because he said my mom should swallow me. And you get to be on film because you're in public. Venezuela, they've actually, so this whole thing, this whole black curtain, full of illegals all the way down. The entire bus terminal is taken over. Who said no pictures? You're in America. This whole bus terminal has been taken over by illegals because they've been invited in by Joe Biden. But now they don't even have room behind here. They have hundreds behind this black curtain. Now they're having to put the beds out here so that American citizens can't even sit out here anymore. You got more beds coming here. So American citizens are standing out in the freezing cold out here because they don't want to come in here. And on February 2nd, this entire thing is getting taken over, where media is not going to be able to come in, citizens aren't going to be able to come in. It's only illegal aliens that are going to be allowed to be in here. This is Joe Biden's America. This is the Democrats' America. Please stay away from curtain. Please stay away. Don't touch. Private. It's private here, guys. Private here. So if I go in there, I'm breaking the law. But if you come in illegally into our country, that's fine. Venezuela.
Venezuela no good. Más Nicolás Maduro.
Sí.
No good.
No good.
Nicolás Maduro no good. Hace 9 años en Venezuela era militar.
Oh, militar?
Sí.
Wow. Military from Venezuela.
Así.
There he is.
That's a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could kind of see through the sheet.
Hundreds. It's hundreds.
There's a lot of people in there. For the most part, I just think that, you can't cross over any border in any other country but ours.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, it's a lot of military-age men coming from other countries, and that's concerning.
Yeah.
But I know people want to have a better life, and America's the land of golden opportunity. But I think there has to be just a legal and a fair way to get here. We can't handle it.
I know, we can't handle it.
We can't handle that many, I don't want to say freeloaders, but that many people getting things for free and, not putting in the work and doing their part.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
hopefully they, I don't know, we'll see how it all works out in the next administration. So.
Yeah. Any preference on who wins?
No, I don't really talk politics, but I'd say I'm a little bit of a moderate.
Yeah.
Go both ways on different subjects, but I do know one important thing is we've got to tighten our borders. I don't want to say shut them, but
Esau got some nerve talking about putting in work. The work you put in to get this place was rape, rob, and murder. You Edomites or something else, man. But anyway, I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the spirit. This Edomite guy, I think this is real America's voice. This Edomite guy, he was basically walking through this bus terminal, and he was showing you how these migrants, these people from these different, what we call them, nationals, so to speak. Like you got Chinese nationals, you got nationals from different parts of like Ukraine. You got Hamites, you got fucking Venezuelans, man. You got Iranians, man, Ishmaelites. You got all types of nations, man, which we found out that the UN was indeed funding these nationals, okay, which is the United Nations, which is known as the peacekeepers. And what do they mean by peacekeepers? Well, the peacekeepers is basically set to eliminate or neutralize any particular threats that may deem to be a threat to government safety, so to speak. It was a vision that this Jake woman had last week. And she had two visions, and she said in the vision that these guys that invaded America, they had like on these black tactical suits. You know, it's black is just like a mercenary for hire type ordeal. You know, they didn't have any type of patches or anything like that, but they were mercenaries for hire. And basically, they are the ones that's going to bring order about society when chaos erupts, because with this ongoing tension in the Middle East between what you call NATO, okay, you got America, China, Russia, you got the Houthis, okay, you got the Gaza and the whole ordeal over there in the Middle East. They're going to have to send American military out and deploy to these different war fronts in order to neutralize these particular threats. So in the meantime, they ship the American military out. Who you think gonna police your streets when there's no 911 or, you know what I'm saying, no type of emergency city services, and all hell is breaking loose due to civil war in the streets. Okay, people getting ready to lose their damn mind. So he was basically breaking down that these migrants are living in these bus stations behind these curtains, which basically he couldn't take a peek behind it because it's considered private property. So it would be trespassing. But the part that stood out was when he was talking to this guy here, this national here. Basically, he stated that he was part of the Venezuelan military. And look at the picture he took.
You're militar. Wow. Military from Venezuela.
Así.
Look how long the fucking gun is, man. But I find it ironic, though, if these guys supposed to be sleeper cells or they're on a particular mission, they supposed to keep hush-hush about this. So him putting that out there, I'm not sure if it was scripted or what, but a lot of these people in America, man, that sleeper cells, they're not disclosing their intentions or their locations. You know, they're not doing that. Why? Because, I mean, for the simple fact, you know, they don't have a BEC in order to do that, man. Okay, so let's look up a sleeper cell. A sleeper cell. Sleeper cells. What is a sleeper cell? Yep, it says a sleeper cells, or plural sleeper cells, is a group of people who inconspicuously remain dormant in the community until activated by a prearranged signal to perform acts of espionage, sabotage, and or terrorism. Okay, now espionage is basically spying. They go back and they gather intelligence from one country and they report it back to their government. That's usually what the CIA do. You know, that's like the James Bond shit, the espionage, the MI6. You know, the CIA, the KGB, you know, these particular police enforcing agencies, man. They send their little agents through and gather intel, but now they got AI. They got computers. They don't really need basically boots on the ground, but, you know, they still carry out pretty much tactical, old-fashioned espionage as well, because you got all types of spies here in America, from Russia, Venezuela. You got spies all over this place, man. Okay, the motherfucker you live next door that walks his dog every day, he's probably like a supervisor or something at your job. He can be very well a sleeper cell. Okay, like that game Splinter Cell. It's pretty much what it is. Sleeper cell. You know, and when they get activated, then that's when they start to do unconscious. You know, they do things that seems to be inconvenient, like, you know, blowing shit up, cyber attacks, disrupting things, causing chaos, you know, blackouts, assassinations. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you may think, because, you know, they black ops sites, they got over 800 active FEMA camps right here in America, man. So, yeah, man, and he showed the picture of that. So this is going to be the reality real soon, where you people are celebrating Super Bowl and, you know, you all into this Murph type mindset. Hey, sooner than later, man, when these people come activated, they going to look real unfamiliar to you people, man. Okay, because believe it or not, they right among you. You know, they right among you. They working at your jobs. You know, they go into your grocery stores. They stay next door. You know, all types of shit. And then you got what they call squatters, man, which basically they live on other people's property and they squatting on your property, man. And sometimes when you leave the house, sometimes they decide to come in and, and take, you know what I'm saying, until they're arrested or, you know, they get away with it. But regardless, these migrants are cutting the fuck up, man. Like one shot a security guard and beat up a police officer. This is the violence that's coming to America, man. Okay, and they are already in position. So this is the book of Ezekiel 7, and I'm going to start at verses 23. It says, make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, in the city full of violence, okay? Because violence are going to erupt in these cities when the next attack comes, whether it be some economic collapse or cyber blackouts, when they're doing these systematic blackouts, or some type of presidential riot. Whatever it may be, is going to cause chaos, man. Okay, because the FBI, they're already predicting within a few short months that something big is going to go down in these major cities. You know, so how would they know that if they wasn't the ones that was giving these sleeper cells the signal to do what they got to do? Well, we expect that there's going to be an attack downtown Chicago on April 26, 2024, precisely 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And then when the shit happens, then nobody question that damn narrative. How the hell y'all know that? Well, you know, the process of speculation and espionage and gather intelligence, we knew when the perpetrators were striking. No shit, because you are the perpetrators. Okay? Because, hey, don't think for 1 second that this government, they're not financing these people. These people, they're not coming over. They're being let in. Okay? Just like you open up the front door for somebody, you letting them right in, man. You know, motherfuckers coming from, how the hell you get from Africa to the United States? But allegedly you was in Venezuela. They're being flown over here. Okay, they're being flown, they're being bussed. You know, then they're being put on ships. You know, just different ways of being brought over here. They're being bussed over here. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them was coming through those underground bases, man. Okay, because this is the time we live in. And it says here, the city is full of violence, right? Grape is coming back, murder, breaking and entering, man, shit blowing up. Blackouts. Okay, 3 days within a blackout with no sign of power coming back. Hey, people gonna lose their minds, man. Then the grocery stores, they running short on food, you know, and then what happens next? People start to go in each other's houses, invading one another. Okay, and this is gonna be a reality. And when these people invade, yes, there will be weapons involved. Okay, you may have 5, 6 dudes that may run in somebody's spot. Be a single woman, a single parent, black woman, that have a 12-month-old or 1-year-old, and it's just her. You know, she's fresh off OnlyFans. She's fresh off of twerking for the gram. And before you know it, man, the fucking power gets cut, the door gets kicked in. You got 5, 6 armed dudes that's getting ready to take a 105-pound woman with a lot of mouth. She ain't gonna be able to fend them things off, man. And this is why a lot of women are getting concealed and carries, because nobody's gonna be there to defend them. You know, most of these women are walking around strapped up because nobody's going to protect them. And why should we? Okay, our women have left us. They've betrayed us a long time ago. So it's safe to say that your men will not protect you in the coming days. You got to fend for yourself. But it says here, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. And, hey, not only are the heathen over here, you got these Venezuelans, these Jakes, man, you know, that's participating in these UN troops, because you got a lot of Jakes in the UN, man. Okay, it ain't just Edomites. You got Hamites, you got Arabs, you got East Indians, you got Edomites, you got Jakes, and, hey, you got, what do you call Moab? Okay, they had something just called Interpol police or Gurkha troops. Okay, but it says here, and I will bring the worst of the heathens, and they should possess their houses, right? Because they're going to throw you out the houses. They're going to take over your shit. They doing it now. Migrants are breaking in people's houses, man. You know what I'm saying? Squatting on the properties. You leave, they breaking in your shit. You know, playing the game with you. Meaning that, hey, they sabotage you, man. Hey, I need money for food before you go in that wild. All of a sudden, you get cracked upside your head with a billy club, and then motherfucker tie you up and take your goods and leave your ass for dead. This is the reality in America, man. And they're not really publicizing this on the news. Okay? Because they already know what's up. It just, our people are just lost in the sauce. Military men of fighting age, man. And it says, in that holy place should be defiled, and destruction cometh, and they should seek peace, and there should be none, right? Because, hey, the peacekeepers, they're going to do exactly that. Keep the peace by bringing chaos. And it says, a mischief should come upon mischief, and rumor should be upon rumor. And they should seek a vision of the prophet, but the law should perish from the priest and the counsel from the ancients, man. And the king should mourn, and the prince should be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. Right, man, because people are troubled now with this whole election shit. Okay, you got a deja voodoo of 2020 back in 2024. Okay, we know shutdowns came in March. You know what I'm saying? Due to the you know what, and then presidential elections, and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. It's the same goddamn thing now. You know what I'm saying? Chiefs win the Super Bowl. They're talking about this new disease X shit, man. They got this new what do you call it? It's like a candida plague or some shit, like yeast, is like some type of candida fungus that has like a 60% mortality rate, and there's no juice for it. And I think they found it like in 2 or 3 states. I think they found it in Indiana and Ohio, and I forgot the third state. But regardless of that, man, these things are on the horizon. Okay, this is not the same quote unquote beloved America that you people believed in 2019. In 2019, things were horrible. Okay, this place was still in that fucking $30 trillion deficit, $28 trillion deficit. You know? But it says here, and the king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land should be troubled, right? People are troubled, man. Okay, because these sleeper cells in America.
Oh, it's coming in.
Sleeper cells.
If Americans are wondering if they're safe from the kind of attack Hamas carried out against Israel, terrorism experts say the answer is not encouraging. Former FBI Special Agent Eric Karen.
We have over 1,000 joint terrorism task force cases going on here in America today relating to...
He looks like a suspect. This bald head, bald faced demon. Like he's not behind this shit, right?
Muslim extremists.
So far this year, authorities have caught 151 people on the FBI's terrorism watch list, trying to illegally enter the U.S. through the southern border.
And it's not even illegally. They letting the motherfuckers in there. Like, they letting people in here. It's not illegal. They just letting people in. You know what I'm saying?
It's 50 times higher than 2 years ago. Most are coming through Panama's Darien Gap, where journalist Michael Yan says he's seeing 3,000 to 5,000 migrants pass through every day on their way to the U.S.
I see a lot of Chinese coming through. Most of the people you see coming through are military-age males of any sort, right? I see Afghans coming in by the thousands. I've had people come through that say they're from Gaza.
CBN News correspondent Chuck Holton has also reported from the Darien Gap and says he has no doubt dangerous persons are headed for the U.S. border.
I interviewed a guy from Afghanistan. We found many people from Somalia and Yemen. We found people from Syria, Iran. We have seen people coming through.
Former Agent Karen.
Now, these were all Central and Southern Americans. How the hell are people coming from Iran, Syria, Afghans? How the hell is these people over here, man? They're all here, and they're all military. Okay, they just waiting on that go-ahead, on that green light when these blackouts come. Hey, you gonna see them tanks pull up in your hood, man. They going door to door. Okay, and you're gonna hear a lot of gunshots and a lot of crying and screaming and a lot of death. Okay, kids are not gonna be exempt. See, what they don't show in the movies is the judgment of these kids. Hey, a lot of kids gonna get put down, man. Ezekiel 9:4.
Is especially concerned about America's ports, where Customs and Border Protection is supposed to scan every incoming container for radiation, but physically inspects only 3%.
We have 328 ports of entry into America. They all have to be secure, and many of them are soft.
Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy warned this week that what happened in Israel could happen here. McCarthy said we should wake up.
But the thing of it is, if y'all know that much, then once y'all stop it, but they're not going to stop it because they're behind it as well. They're in bed. And this is a beautiful thing because this is the Lord's judgment. This is Yahweh Shai is doing. So I'm not complaining about the shit. Hey, shit, have at it. Do what y'all do, man. Okay, because this is the Heavenly Father's judgment. Okay, brothers, we ain't got to worry about this shit. We're going to be shielded from all this madness. So if you were wondering, well, if they come door to door, what we going to do? Look, man, have faith in the Lord, bro. Have faith in Yahweh Shai, man. He going to see us through this shit. We ain't going to be... Look, man, this is for these people. This is their judgment. Okay, they've been wicked towards the Heavenly Father and His Son. So they gonna get caught up in this shit, man. And hey, so fucking be it. The hell with these people over here. Okay, in my humble opinion, they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, He's gonna take out 2 birds in one stone, because not only these people coming over, they're gonna get nuked too. Okay, it's gonna be a civil war in there. These Edomites, they ain't going, man. Esau ready, he's with it. It's just you bonehead niggas that ain't with the cause, you know.
Up ourselves. We could have the same thing happen next week to us. Our intel is never perfect, and we've got a wide open border.
The idea that they don't want to attack us again like a 9/11, but even bigger, is foolish. They want to attack us. They want to destroy America.
Under questioning by FBI agents, New Yorker Ali Karani admitted in 2017 to being a member of something called Unit 910. It's the black ops unit of Hezbollah, controlled by Iran.
Okay, so how the hell did they get over here? You think America just lend some black ops people over here if it was against their best interest? Fuck no. That's a sleeper cell, man. He's a military man.
Karani told agents he was scouting targets in New York City. He's now in prison. Another Unit 910 member imprisoned this year, New Jersey resident Alexei alias Alex Saab, had also scouted potential targets around New York.
And you notice they're showing these Ishmaelite looking dudes, man. But they'll never show Esau. But yeah, he's the one that's being caught shooting up schools and all this other shit. But you never see these people acting out in their folly. But you always catch Esau. Because when you unmask the wizard, behind the curtain is going to be a blonde hair with blue-eyed Edomite, man. A bald-faced, pale Edomite with a suit on, man. That's
New York
the real
City.
fucking threat.
What?
They're just fall guys, man.
While the exact number of Hamas and Hezbollah sleeper cells operating within the United States is not known, a comprehensive study by George Washington University last year found the most Hezbollah activity in Michigan, New York, North Carolina, and California.
There it is. There it is. All right. Anyway, so this is 2 Ezra 15, and I'm going to start at verses 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that adore their hand. This is for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another, with swords in their hands." Right, this is a civil war, because this is going to create a spark, a domino effect, and people are going to be reactive to this situation. This is why Esau is on the edge now. Okay, they understand what's going on, but, you know, at the same time, they're still, they still fumigated by the bread and circus, man. They're still aroused by these things. Because the only thing Esau wants to do is get all the legals out and imprison them and kill off Jake and go back into the World War I, II glory days when Esau was lynching Jake. That's all they want. Because after you Jakes help quote unquote make America again, guess what? They're gonna turn on you too. Next thing you know, hey, we gotta get these blacks out of here. Cause they want a good old white US of A, man, you know, and the fucking leave it to Beaver time. This is what they want. You know, and Esau is losing his kingdom. He's afraid. It says, "For the sword and destruction draw nigh, one people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands." It says, "For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the courts of their actions shall stand in their power." Meaning people going to say, you know what, we're going to do what we want to do. We ain't going to work. We ain't paying no damn taxes. I'm surprised people still paying taxes today, but like I said, people are too afraid to lose the little that they got, even though they're going to take it from you anyway. But it says here, "A man should desire to go into the city and should not be able. For because of their pride, the city should be troubled and the houses should be destroyed and men should be afraid." Yeah, because it's going to get straight up crazy out here, man. Okay, just imagine going in the inner cities. You hear nothing but gunshots, screams, you know what I'm saying, chaos, danger on every corner, you know. And it says here, "For because of their pride, the city should be destroyed and houses should be destroyed and men should be afraid." Yeah, it says the cities are going to be troubled. And it says, "A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation," which is basically another way of saying Jacob's trouble, man. You see? So, yeah, man, this thing is getting ready to get dead serious. It's already, bad times are already here. They're not coming, they're here. All right? This is the book of Ezekiel 23 and 23. It says here, matter of fact, it started 22. It says, "Therefore, it says, "Thus says the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up thy lovers against thee, from whom thy mind is alienated, and I will bring them against thee on every side." The Babylonians, these are all the people that Jake was basically sacrificing into their gods. It says the Babylonians and the Chaldeans, Peacock, Shoah, and Koah, all the Assyrians with them. It says all of them desirable young men. They keep saying young military men of fighting age. Desirable young men. Okay, captains and rulers, great lords. Okay, and that word desirable, you read in the New Living Testament, goes into like handsome, fair men, but they're talking about men of age. That's why it says young men, captains and rulers, great lords of renown, all of them riding upon horses. And they should come against thee with chariots and wagons and wheels, and with the assembly of people. These are the UN. It says, which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about, which is the military, man. Okay, these people were actually engaging in drills. That's why you hear a lot of explosions and shit at night. I've been hearing explosions lately in this side of town, because they're here in Kansas City too, believe it or not. And it says here, and they should come against thee with chariots and wagons and wheels, and the assembly of people which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before them, and they should judge thee according to thy judgments, man. It's their judgment. So they're gonna castrate a lot of you. They're gonna behead a lot of you women. They're gonna cut your insides out. They're gonna burn you alive, man. They're gonna tie you up and drag you down the street. They're gonna cut your toes. It's gonna be bad, bro. Like, they gonna torture you, Jakes, man. And you Edomites, but you women, hey, they gonna literally, for every OnlyFans fic pic you done sold and try to get over on men with that shit, the Lord gonna have them cut every last one of your toes off while you alive, and they gonna take a selfie of that shit. Instagram foot model, before and after. They gonna show a toeless fucking Jake looking chick with a toeless foot, man, you know, versus her before pic when she was getting hundreds of fucking thousands of dollars of selling fee. Who in their fucking right mind will buy like a fucking foot pic, bro? Like, I get it, you know, there's an agency for these things, but men are that stupid to the point you ain't got enough charisma to ask the bitch to show you a fee for free. Like, if you gonna pay for all that, you gotta get the whole package, man. You gonna be paying for some foot, man, or whatever, or some titties. You gotta be getting the whole, you dig, man. You guys are weak, and that's why you men are getting ready to be caught up in this judgment too, because you niggas are weak. Okay, you're disgusting to the point, the modern day men, you're a disgrace. Okay, you can't even call yourselves men. And it says, and I will set my jealousy against thee, and they should deal fiercely with thee, and they should take away thy nose and thy ears, and the remnant shall fall by the sword, and they should take thy sons and daughters, and thy residue should be devoured by the fire, man. It says, they will also strip thee out of thy clothes and take away thy fair jewels. Though I will make the lewdness to cease from thee, and thy whoredom bought in the land of Egypt, so that thou shalt not lift up thy eyes unto them, nor remember Egypt anymore. Because the Lord is going to cut off that idolatry shit here. Okay, he's bringing his judgment on the planet Earth, mainly here in Babylon, because this is an idolatrous society. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua has had it with these people, man. Okay? But anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Lord, so you were edified into the next lesson. Shalom.
There he is.
That's a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could kind of see through the sheet.
Hundreds. It's
There's
hundreds.
a lot of people in there. For the most part, I just think that, you can't cross over any border in any other country but ours.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, it's a lot of military age men coming from other countries, and that's concerning.
Yeah.
But I know people want to have a better life, and America's the land of golden opportunity. But I think there has to be just a legal and a fair way to get here.
Well,
We can't handle it.
I know, we can't handle it.
We can't handle that many. I don't want to say freeloaders, but that many people getting things for free and not putting in the work and doing their part.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
hopefully they, I don't know. We'll see how it all works out in the next administration. So.
Yeah. Any preference on who wins?
No, I don't really talk politics, but I'd say I'm a little bit of a moderate.
Yeah.
Go both ways on different subjects, but I do know one important thing is we've got to tighten our borders. I don't want to say shut them, but